Good morning, students. So today we will discuss some problems based on law of chemical combinations, which we have discussed in our previous class, right? So let's start. There is a problem. The first question is 10 gram of calcium carbonate on heating gave 4.4 gram of CO2. Okay. So 10 gram of calcium carbonate, when it is heated, it will give 4.4 gram of CO2 and 5.6 gram of CaO. It is just like that. Just see, it is just like we having calcium carbonate, right? When we heat it, it will give 4.4 gram of CO2, right, and it will give 5.6 gram of CaO, that is calcium oxide, right? So we have to prove whether it is follow the law of conservation of mass. So what is law of conservation of mass? What is the definition? So according to definition, it says that during any physical or chemical change, but it says during any physical or chemical change, the total mass of the product, right, the total mass of this product will always be equal to total mass of the reactant. So this is the law of conservation of mass. So let's check whether it is agree it or not. So calcium carbonate means mass of reactant, right? So mass of reactant is given to us 10 gram. So mass of reactant is 10 gram. So it will give CO2 or calcium oxide, that will be products. So product is mass of product will be 4.4 gram and 5.6 gram. So these are two products, so add the mass of both the products, so we will get 10 gram. So what we have observed, we will get 10.0 gram, means 10 gram here the mass of reactant, and product mass is also 10 grams. So from here what we can say, if mass of reactant is equal to mass of product, so it will follow or it will agree the law of conservation of mass. I hope this is clear to all of you. So let us see our next numerical. When 4.2 gram of sodium hydrogen carbonate is added to a solution of acetic acid weighing 10 gram, right? So it is observed that 2.2 gram of CO2 is released in the atmosphere and the residue is formed to weigh this. So what the statement saying, when 4.2 gram of NaHCO3, right? So this is added into the solution of acetic acid. See, this is the reaction. So mass of both of these are given to us. So NaHCO3 is given to 4.2 gram and CHCOOH acetic acid is given to us 10 gram. So what we will get? We will get CO2, right, or any kind of residue we get. Okay, so CO2 which release in this process having 2.2 gram, right? 2.2 gram CO2 is having, or residue weight is 12.0 gram. Okay, so is it agree? So what we have to find out, we have to find out mass of products are is equal to mass of reactant. So let us find 4.2. These are two are the reactants. So mass of reactants is 4.2 plus 10. So 4.2 plus 10 is equal to 14.2. Okay, so mass of product is 2.2 plus 12. 2.2 plus 12 is equal to 14.2. So this is also agree the law of conservation of mass, because mass of reactant is equal to mass of product. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. So let us take another example related to it. If 6.3 gram of this is the part of the same question, right? If 6.3 gram of NaHCO3 are added to 15 gram of acetic acid solution, right? So see, sodium carbonate, amount of sodium carbonate is this and 15 gram is acetic acid. So residue is found to be weight of residue is also given. What is not given to us? CO2. So it is, the picture is like this. You can assume sodium hydrogen carbonate plus acetic acid, and these two are react or residue, right? This will be the reaction. So the weight of this is given, that will be 6.3 gram. Okay, added to this is 15.0 gram. Okay, CO2, we have to find out the mass of CO2, and residues are also given to us, that will be 18 gram. Okay, so these values are given to us, or we have to find this value. So what we have to do, we have to just add the reactant to product and we will get the answer. So mass of reactant is equal to mass of product. This will follow the law of conservation of mass. So mass of reactant is 6.3 plus 15. So 6.3 plus 15 is equal to 21.3. Mass of product is X. Let CO2 will be X, right? So X plus 18. So X plus 18. Okay. So after that we will find the value of X by shifting 18 by this side, right? So X is equal to 21.3 minus 18. So it will be 3.3. So we have found here. So how much amount of CO2 will release? That will be 3.3 gram. I hope this is understood by all of you. Okay. So let us do the another problem. See, this is based on the constant proportions. Okay, so what is constant proportions or constant composition, which we have discussed? That is, a chemical compound always contain some elements combined together in same composition, right? This was the statement. Means कोई भी source कोई भी हो, जैसे कि हमने डिस्कस किया था, जैसे कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड है, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एक्सहेलेशन, जब हम एक्सहेल करते हैं तभी कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड रिलीज होती है, राइट? और ऑटोमोबाइल का जो एग्जॉशन होता है उससे भी रिलीज होती है. तो वहाँ पे जो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का जो भी प्रपोर्शन होगा दैट विल बी सेम. ओके, ऐसा नहीं है कि एक्सहेलेशन जब कर रहे हैं जो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का जो प्रपोर्शन है वो डिफरेंट है उस टाइम पे, और जो एग्जॉशन हो रहा है, ठीक है, और या फिर कहीं भी जो भी रिएक्शन हो रही है, जैसे मार्बल के साथ रिएक्शन हो रही है तो उसमें जो CO2 निकल रही है वो डिफरेंट होगी. नहीं, जो प्रपोर्शन होगा दैट विल बी सेम. प्रपोर्शन इज सेम. जैसे 1:2 है यहाँ पे बाय वॉल्यूम, इफ वी कंसीडर 1:2, राइट? So I think this is understood by you. So let us discuss one problem related to it. See, 1.375 gram of cupric oxide. Cupric oxide is given to us, was reduced by heating in a current of hydrogen, and weight of copper that remained was this. तो cupric oxide हमें दे रखा है इतना है, ठीक है. जैसे ही हम उसको रिड्यूस करते हैं तो उसका जो वेट है वो कितना रह जाता है? 1.098 ग्राम. ओके, सो हमें दो तरह के एक्सपेरिमेंट दे रखे हैं क्वेश्चन में. सो इन अदर experiment 1.179 ग्राम ऑफ कॉपर वॉज डिजोल्व इन द नाइट्रिक एसिड. सो दूसरे केस में क्या किया हमने? इतने ग्राम कॉपर लिया और उसको नाइट्रिक एसिड में डिजोल्व कर लिया. यहाँ पे जो रिजल्टिंग कॉपर नाइट्रेट है वो किस में कन्वर्ट हो गया? क्यूप्रिक ऑक्साइड में. ओके, तो यहाँ पे जो क्यूप्रिक ऑक्साइड का वेट है वो कितना है? इतना. तो देखो पहले क्या वेट था और फिर रिड्यूस होके इतना हो गया. इसी तरह से इसमें हमने ये लिया और ये रिड्यूस होके इतना हो गया. तो हमें दिखाना है कि ये लॉ ऑफ कांस्टेंट प्रोपोर्शन को फॉलो कर रहा है या नहीं कर रहा. ओके, सो लेट अस चेक. इन फर्स्ट एक्सपेरिमेंट, सी, in first experiment we have to find out the percentage in both the cases, right? If percentage in both the cases is same, so it means it is following. So first experiment, copper oxide कितना था हमारे पास? That is 1.375 ग्राम copper left. तो after the reaction कितना हमारे पास copper बचा? That is 1.098 ग्राम. Done. So oxygen present, we have to find out the oxygen amount. So copper oxide is CuO, right? एंड कॉपर लेफ्ट इतना। तो इसको अगर इसमें से माइनस कर देंगे तो हमारे पास क्या आ जाएगा, कितनी ऑक्सीजन उसमें प्रेजेंट है, तो माइनस दिस वैल्यू फ्रॉम इट, सो वी विल गेट 0.277 ग्राम। तो इतने ग्राम उसमें क्या है, ऑक्सीजन प्रेजेंट है। अब हमें निकालना है उसमें परसेंटेज की कितनी ऑक्सीजन उसमें है परसेंटेज। तो हमने ऑक्सीजन निकाल ली, तो टोटल ऑक्सीजन जितनी हमारे पास है डिवाइडेड बाय कॉपर ऑक्साइड, राइट, क्योंकि हम कॉपर ऑक्साइड में ही निकाल रहे हैं ना उसकी परसेंटेज। सो वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द परसेंटेज ऑफ ऑक्सीजन इन कॉपर ऑक्साइड। सो ऑक्सीजन प्रेजेंट डिवाइडेड बाय कॉपर ऑक्साइड की टोटल अमाउंट जितनी है इंटू 100। Okay, so after solving this we will get 20.14%. This is the first experiment, right? So now we will take another experiment में जो कॉपर डिजोल्व हुआ था उसकी जो टोटल अमाउंट थी वो 1.17। लेट चेक इट। सो कॉपर जो टेकन किया था वो था 1.1179। कॉपर ऑक्साइड दैट इज 1.476 ग्राम। Okay, likewise we will do it ऑक्सीजन प्रेजेंट। सो इसमें से जो कॉपर ऑक्साइड की टोटल अमाउंट थी उसमें से आप इसको माइनस करोगे, सो यू विल गेट द ऑक्सीजन परसेंटेज। सो व्हाट वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट परसेंटेज ऑफ ऑक्सीजन इन कॉपर ऑक्साइड। सो परसेंटेज ऑफ ऑक्सीजन इन कॉपर ऑक्साइड, सो हाउ विल यू फाइंड, सो टोटल नंबर ऑफ ऑक्सीजन विच इज प्रेजेंट डिवाइडेड बाय कॉपर ऑक्साइड टोटल अमाउंट इंटू 100। सो you will get 20.12, right? So this is same as, see, the percentage is same in both the cases, in the first experiment or in the second experiment, both the cases the percentage is same. It means it is following the law of constant composition. I hope this is clear to you. I hope this question is clear to all the students. So let us take another question. So it is related to multiple proportion. So multiple proportion is what? It is the law. It says that when two elements combine with each other, okay, जब हमने दो elements लिए और वो एक दूसरे के साथ क्या कर रहे हैं, combine कर रहे हैं, combine with each other to form two or more than two compounds. Okay, अगर हमने दो एलिमेंट्स लिए और वो दो से ज़्यादा कंपाउंड्स की फॉर्मेशन कर रहे हैं, तो अगर एक एलिमेंट का मास फिक्स होता है, ठीक है, तो जो दूसरे का मास होगा वो क्या होगा, दैट विल बी द वूल नंबर रेशियो ऑफ अनदर वन। वी हैव ऑल्सो डिस्कस दिस मल्टीपल proportion law prior. So let us understand with the help of numerical. So कार्बन और ऑक्सीजन आर नोन टू फॉर्म टू कंपाउंड्स। दो कंपाउंड्स दिए हमें, कार्बन और ऑक्सीजन। द कार्बन कंटेंट इन वन ऑफ दीज इज, कार्बन इतना है और अदर में जो कार्बन है वो कितना है, 27.3%। ओके, शो दैट दिस डाटा इज अग्रीमेंट विद द मल्टीपल प्रोपोर्शंस। मल्टीपल प्रोपोर्शन के साथ एग्री कर रहा है या नहीं कर रहा, ठीक है। तो लेट अस डू इन कंपाउंड फर्स्ट, जो कार्बन है वो in compound first, carbon is 42.9%, right? If it is 42.9%, then what is the amount of oxygen there? That will be 57.1, because we are talking about 100. In second compound, if carbon is 27.3, right? So what will be the amount of oxygen? That will be 72.7%. Okay, so we have to find the fixed mass of carbon with respect to, that is equal to mass of oxygen, right? So how we can find out? See, oxygen in compound 1 or 2, oxygen in compound 1 or 2 will be 57.1%, right? And in second compound 72.7%. So we have to find out the ratio of oxygen or carbon which is present in compound 1 or 2. So 57.1 divided by 42.9 raised to 72.7 divided by 27.3. If solve it, we will get 1.33 raised to 2.66 and 1:2. So see, this is the whole number ratio, the minimum whole number ratio which we have to get here, that is 1/2. So according to law of multiple proportion, it is following the law of multiple proportion. Since it is a simple whole number ratio, so it is illustrated the law of multiple proportions. So this is all about the numericals. I hope these are clear to all of you.